Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. Well, today I have started a new project and I want to tell you a little bit about it as you watch me start to put a few things together. The digital kit that I am using is called Floral Symphony and it is created by Debbie Ann Parent, and I will have the link to her Etsy shop in my description box below. So I want to tell you a little bit about this project. I am making this for a special family that lives in the UK. I have not met them in person. I have only connected with them on YouTube, and I also follow them on Facebook. And they caught my attention because they are such a unique family, and I very much enjoy watching their videos. So I created this project with them in mind, and I feel like I really stepped out of the box on this one. They love everything about nature, and they go out and pick berries or flowers, and they make teas and jams and honeys and all kinds of wonderful things. So that's why I'm using the garden digital kit. But at the same time, their logo has like buffalo check in it. It's red and black check. So I wanted to also mix sort of that more rugged look in with this very feminine floral garden look. One of the things that I'm using to bring in a little bit more of the rustic look into this project is black burlap, and I will also be using some brown burlap later on. In sticking with the garden theme, I am stenciling in a butterfly, but I am only using black ink from a stamp pad. Coming up, I will have a photograph of this spread in its completion, and you will notice that I added some black lace to the edge. I've also added a piece of torn paper that I decoupaged on, and then I put a little card in this pocket. Home is Where Our Heart is the name of the YouTube channel of the family that I follow, that I'm making this book for. I went to the thrift store specifically to find a shirt that I wanted to use on the cover of this book, and I did find one, and that's the material that I'm working with here. It's the black and red and white, and I decided I would use it for the cover, but also that I would use pieces of it throughout the book as I could. So here you'll see that I have created a pocket, and I actually sewed the pocket onto the page. And then next to it, we've got a brown burlap. It's actually a Silverware Pocket. I found this on clearance at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, and I bought them not to use for silverware, but I bought them specifically for my journals. And so I'm including that on the opposite side here. I'm just roughing up the edges that are, this pure white. I'm just roughing that up with some black ink. And I will be adding another stenciled butterfly to this page as well. Here it is completed. In the kit are several of these pages. They're kind of like masterboard pages. It's like all these different elements put together. I'm sorry, I don't know how to describe it, but they're gorgeous. And it mentioned in the kit when I read it online that you could collage with them. And I thought, well, that's a fantastic idea. So that's why I'm tearing this gorgeous page up. I'm going to be doing some collaging with it, but kind of differently than you would expect. I am adding pieces here and there. Some of the pieces I will use as pockets. Some I want to create this this effect of like, if you are in an old house and the paint is peeling and maybe behind it is wallpaper, and you get to see it. And I don't know about you if you've ever had that experience, but I know that I've been in a lot of houses and I have seen it a lot, and I always find it to be so incredibly exciting because it's a window into the past, and I just love that. So that's the effect I wanted to give in this book. So you'll see pieces of this torn paper throughout. All right, now it's time to put together the rest of this spread. So as you can see, I'm using my Mod Podge to hold these torn papers down, and I did create a pocket with some of that paper. And then on the right hand side you will see, and I didn't do it on camera, but you will see that I created another pocket out of one of the shirt sleeves. And so I cut the sleeve off and then I sewed it right onto this page. And now I am decoupaging a piece of the torn paper on that page as well. I've decided to embellish the left upper corner with some lace and then also some torn pieces from the shirt, as well as a wooden butterfly. Coming up is the picture, and I think this turned out pretty neat and I would think pretty unusual. On this next spread, you will notice that I used another piece of the material to create another pocket, and I lined that pocket with some black lace and added a cluster. And on the opposite side, I am using some more of the torn paper to create yet another pocket. I adhered that pocket to a book page, and then I will use some more black ink to just rough it up. Here it is completed and stuffed with ephemera and journaling cards. I've decided to add some journaling space here, and so I'm going to take this coffee dyed paper and I'm going to cut it in half. Actually, I'm going to tear it in half, and then I'm going to tear the edges, and then I'm going to sew that into the journal. You'll notice here that I'm trying to decide, do I add some lace to the top of these pages because you know they're a little bit plain, or do I just use black ink? So I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and just use black ink, kind of keep it simple and keep it clean. Now I'm going to create a belly band for one of the pages, and for those of you who don't know what a belly band is, it's a sheet of paper, fabric, or even lace or ribbon, and you either sew or glue it into your journal, and it simply holds a journaling tuck or ephemera in. So I'm going to create one, and so I'm tearing some paper and I will be adhering that on. I will include also some matching cloth from the shirt. Now we will glue that into the page. I'm glad that you joined me today and you got to see just a few of the pages that I'm creating for my latest project. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe to my page, and hit that bell so you don't miss any videos. We'll post the flip through for this journal tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you soon.